it happens every game, and we were able to go down versus North Carolina and get a field goal, but we have to take advantage of each and every possession. And Coach Morris says in every drive and a kick, it'd be best for us, and I'm sure for every offense, if we end every drive with points, and that's what we need to really focus on doing, because I believe we have the tools necessary to do that.
Is it even more important this week because you're not going to get as many offensive possessions? Y'all are driven by the number of plays you run. Well, this week you're not going to get as many because Georgia Tech's going to keep the ball from you a little while. Is it more important to take advantage of every possession this week more so than other weeks?
Yes. You take it back to a Virginia Tech team who did a great job of limiting our possession and our plays. We have to take advantage of possessions where we might end up on their side of the 50, and get points out of those possessions.
Outside of Carolina, because we know that's an obvious one, but is Georgia Tech kind of a thorn in your side, if you will, or the most annoying team for you guys right now in the last couple of years?
I guess you could say that when you're referring to recent history, but that's about it. I really wouldn't say that they're some type of rivalry game or anything like that. From my perspective of being here and playing in the recent years.
I have to say about this offense that, like last year, it seemed like it was you and Hopkins making all the plays, and now their two backups have also had big plays, touchdowns already this season.
That's what this offense is about. Coach Morris is able to put in different moving parts into every position, and because of the way this offense is structured, they're able to be successful. So it doesn't matter if you don't have a Dwayne Allen at 3-back or tight end. We can put a Brandon Ford in there, or a Sammy Watkins at 2. We got an Adam Humphries for there. We're able to mix match different pieces and be successful, and that's important whenever you have defenses possibly game scheming against you. Whenever you're able to put different guys in to do the same job, like how do you scheme against that?
Is it also fun? Obviously, you want to get yours. You want to be a factor. You want to score touchdowns personally. But is it also more fun when you see everybody getting to do it, not just doing, you scores, Sammy scores, DeAndre scores, Brandon scores? Does that also make it more enjoyable that everybody's getting to share in that celebration?
It does. Our whole concept is team success over individual success, and seeing the team go out and have fun and so many different guys score and be successful is awesome.
Talking about team fun, after big wins, it sounds like your coach has a fun time dancing with y'all. So talk about his moves and what you think of him.
Coach Sweeney is a terrible dancer, but he tries, and he's out there, and he says the fun is in winning, and he showed after each game. We have fun after each game, and that's just our reward for practicing and preparing as hard as we do during the week and going out there and playing and winning.
Who does he look like when he dances?
Taj said Carlton from the Fresh Prince, and I would have to agree. But Taj isn't too far from him. He's not that good of a dancer himself.
Y'all don't seem to be tight at all. You're 8-0. Everybody's looking at you. A couple weeks ago, you were picking on Taj because he's riding in the front of the cart. Now you're having fun with Coach. It just seems like that's an important part of this success, is that you guys are so relaxed. You're not getting tense. You're not getting caught up in the stress and the pressure of being perfect.
You have to stay loose to play this game and to be successful. In order to do your job, you have to stay loose. So if I'm worried about what's going on in the polls or who's winning and who's losing, that's too much pressure on me. I can't do my job, and I can't be the force on my team necessary to win. So, and that's one thing that Coach talks about all the time is just, guys, stay loose and play the game. Play the game you love and do what you do in practice.
Talking about that offense, that back shoulder throw to Brandon Ford that Taj had, we didn't see that last year. Was it not a part of the offense, or is that something that Coach Morris has brought in and Taj has really perfected? Or
yeah, that's something Coach Morris brought in, and Taj and the whole receiving corps, from the tight ends, running backs, and wide receivers. Whenever we get that certain look, Taj is able to just throw it back shoulder, and we adjust to the ball.
Talk about your little shoulder shake on your touchdown there. Your move down on the goal line. Where did that come from?
That was I was actually running that move on air, but It was actually the same route concept that I scored my first touchdown ever against Georgia Tech 2 years ago down at Georgia Tech, and that's just a little hitch and go type deal. And we saw what the defense was doing and decided to go with that play. And I usually run it off either a backer or a safety, but our tempo had got to North Carolina, and there was no one guarding me at all.
That's what I was going to ask. Are you surprised at how wide open you've been at times, considering last year how wide open you weren't?
I wouldn't say surprised. I know what I have on the outside, and Nuke Hopkins and Samuel Watkins and Dorian Brown. Those guys are threats, and in order to stop them, you cannot guard those guys one-on-one. So to leave me wide open, I mean, it's great.
As long as you guys keep winning, I guess, is that each win, is that a fair trade-off to have to watch your coach dance after every game then?
Yeah, that's it. I'll take that trade-off any day. As bad as he is, just to get in there and enjoy success with the rest of the team, that's what it's all about.
So with him playing his music this past week, what kind of music was he dancing to before? And how off was he?
He was trying to dance to I wouldn't necessarily say our music, but I mean it had a little rhythm, more rhythm to it, more beat to it, and he was just totally off. I'm talking, it wasn't close to being on beat. But coach isn't afraid to make a fool out of himself.
Do you think somebody could make an internet sensation if they were to
Yes.
video him with a cell phone?
Yes, easy million on YouTube.